Hello, cosmic souls. Here's the thing. You are aligned to what it is you want. And you're doing an amazing job. You're doing a great job. But your mission, your soul purpose, one of the many, is greater than the law of attraction. So, what I mean by that, and I want to start by saying, if you have come across this message, it is intended for you. My channel is very selective on who sees my videos, so if you have found it and you're watching right now, I intend that there will be pieces of, or a piece of information that will really benefit you at this current moment. Your purpose is greater than the law of attraction. So, even though you are, I'm getting about 75% aligned with your desire, your manifestation, it's bigger than just the law of attraction. And what I mean by that is, if you had whatever it is you want right now, if you had it, you would not continue doing the inner work. You would not continue doing the deep reflection, being in solitude, the meditations that are bigger than guided meditations, that are self-guided, self-inflicted meditations in a positive way, where you sit with yourself in solitude and you let your triggers arise and you decide how you're going to change your reaction to those this time that they have surfaced. If you had the money, let's use money as an example, if you had the money that you desire, the financial abundance and freedom that you desire, you would stop doing the inner work. You would stop using the techniques that are helping you to heal this part of you that has been conditioned into fear or lack mentality, or whatever negative emotion, habit, or trait that it is that you have revolved around money as our example. You would stop embarking on this journey of self-discovery because you would have what you want, so there would be no need anymore to continue diving in deeper. And now the reason why it's important that you don't have this right now, so that you can dive in deeper, is because you are here grounding in the new earth energies. So as these triggers arise and you decide to do something different, mentally, physically, emotionally, in your reaction to them, you cut out that trait, you cut out that karmic cycle, that karmic emotional cycle, that karmic thinking pattern that you have had playing over and over in your mind on lack mentality or doubt or fear of not having enough or whatever it is for you. You cut it out. Each time it arises and you do something different that's more aligned to your soul and more positive, you cut it out of the collective consciousness because you cut it out of your consciousness. And so that's why what you want is not here quite yet. You may see glimmers and glimpses of it here and there, but the reason why it's not in your full-fledged see it, taste it, feel it, touch it reality is because you're here to end that energy, that consciousness, that conscious energy of the fear, the doubt, the lack, whatever it is. If this is relationship, if it's career, if it's housing stability, if it's just abundance in general, if it's love, whatever it is, friendships, connections, whatever it is for you, you're here to end the cycle within yourself so that you can end it in the collective consciousness. And so if you had all the money in the world that you needed to do all the things you wanted to do, you would be off embarking on your fun times, and that would be wonderful. But you would stop doing the inner work. You would stop reflecting and looking in. And it is until these cycles arise and keep rising up to where you have trained your emotions and your brain, your thoughts, you've trained them to respond the way that your higher self would respond, the way that your soul would respond, instead of how your ego has been responding for years or decades, however long it has been. So until it is your normal state of being to do these inner reflections, to look within, to do the meditations, to have the realizations, the epiphanies of why these thoughts are playing out for you or these emotions are playing out for you, until it is your norm to release them and to not even basically have them floating around in your mind, especially not giving in to them, that you may be in this waiting period. And I don't say that lightly. I don't really want to say that, but it came through. I was not intending to do this message at all. I was not intending to do anything. The solar eclipse has begun today. It is October 2nd. And I was really just going to plan on doing meditation. And I was sitting on this fallen tree branch that I like to go to, which we are coming up upon. And it came through. I heard, "Your mission is greater than the law of attraction." And then everything came flooding in as to what that meant. So, yes, you may be very aligned, mostly aligned, highly aligned, but there are still some intrusive thoughts that you may be giving into or that are just surfacing, that need to be dealt with and need to be tended to, need to be sent love, so that you can release this once and for all, I'm hearing. So you can release this patterns, this thinking, ways of being. I know even for myself today, the solar eclipse is wonderful, but it's been intense. I've had some really intense, intrusive thoughts that I don't give into much anymore, but it's like I'm hearing them. I'm hearing them, and it's kind of like somebody like in my ear kind of just yapping on stuff that I don't really want to hear. And so it's like a battle between my mind, my emotions, and my higher self of which one am I going to choose. Am I going to choose the power of my mind, or am I going to give into the emotions? Am I going to give into those thinking patterns? So if you are experiencing this, just know that the reason why you want what you want isn't here. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. It doesn't mean that everything you're doing isn't aligned to it. It just means that you still have a little bit of tweaking to do. You still have a little bit to go when it comes to this conditioned patterning within yourself. So as you just allow these thoughts or feelings or situations to come into your experience, to arise, and you choose to do something that is more centered towards the light, more guided towards the light, your higher self, each time you do that, you release more of this cycle. And so it's just consciously choosing over and over and over the thoughts and the feelings, the idea of what you want for your life, what your higher self thinks about you and your situation, rather than what your ego is trying to force feed into your mind. So just know you are doing an amazing job, and you're not doing this in vain. You are moving toward the reality you want. Sometimes it gets really, really hard and really bad and really triggering and challenging before you make it to that point that you want to be at. But you're getting closer and closer each time these patterns arise. And I'm just hearing to just keep going. Just keep going. This is meant to be confirmation for you to just keep moving forward on your path and to always keep choosing the light. So, if I didn't already say so, I'm Carissa. This is Cosmic Connections, and I intend that this will inspire you toward light instead of giving in to that negativity. Thank you for being here with me today and listening, and you will see me in the next one. Goodbye.